Have you ever wondered why some people wake up full of energy, laser-focused, and ready to take on the world, while others hit the snooze button 5 times, stumble into the day, and feel behind before breakfast? The difference often comes down to one simple thing: their morning routine. Now here's the fascinating part: science shows that your morning habits don't just affect your productivity or your mood, they actually rewire your brain. Think about it. Your brain is like a supercomputer, and your morning routine is the operating system that boots it up. If you start the day with chaos, stress, or randomness, guess what? Your brain gets wired for chaos and stress. But if you start with clarity, movement, and intentional rituals, your brain literally prepares itself to crush the day ahead. In fact, a study from Harvard Medical School found that morning habits like mindfulness and exercise can improve your focus, memory, and emotional regulation throughout the entire day. That's not just productivity hacks, that's neuroscience in action. So in this video, we're diving deep into the 5 powerful ways morning routines affect your brain. We'll break down the science, make it super practical, and by the end, you'll not only understand how it works, you'll know exactly how to design your own brain-boosting morning. And trust me, by the time you finish this video, you'll never look at your mornings the same way again. Let's start with the brain's morning chemistry. When you wake up, your brain releases a spike of cortisol. This is what scientists call the cortisol awakening response. It's not bad. It's actually your natural alarm clock, designed to wake you up and get you alert. But here's the problem. If your first move is to grab your phone, scroll Instagram, or check stressful emails, you hijack that natural cortisol rhythm. Instead of alert and focused, your brain starts the day in fight-or-flight mode. On the other hand, if you use the first 30 minutes for calm, intentional actions, like stretching, journaling, or even just drinking water, you align your cortisol rhythm with clarity and energy. And here's the kicker. This also sets up your dopamine system. Dopamine is your brain's motivation chemical. If the first dopamine hit you get is from random TikTok videos, your brain starts craving instant gratification all day. But if you get it from progress, like finishing a workout or writing your goals, your brain learns to crave achievement. So basically, your first 30 minutes decide if your brain will chase distractions or chase dreams. Okay, second big way: movement. Your brain isn't fully online when you wake up. The part that's responsible for decision-making, focus, and creativity, the prefrontal cortex, needs oxygen and blood flow to function at 100%. That's why even light movement in the morning, like stretching, yoga, or a quick walk, can supercharge your brain. Studies from the University of British Columbia show that physical activity actually increases the size of the hippocampus, the brain's memory center. Imagine that. Every squat or push-up in the morning is like doing push-ups for your brain cells. And no, you don't need a 90-minute gym session at 5 a.m., even 5 to 10 minutes of movement primes your brain for better focus, sharper memory, and higher creativity throughout the day. Think of movement as hitting the on switch for your brain's Wi-Fi. Without it, you're running on slow data. With it, you're high-speed, unstoppable. Here's something most people don't realize. Your morning routine is literally shaping your brain's neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire and form new connections. Think of it this way: neurons that fire together, wire together. If every morning you repeat the same intentional habits like gratitude journaling, meditation, or setting daily goals, those neural pathways get stronger. Over time, your brain becomes wired for positivity, focus, and self-control. But if your mornings are chaotic and inconsistent, your brain wires itself for stress and distraction. Research from the University of London shows that consistent morning routines create predictable neurological patterns, which reduce mental fatigue and decision overload later in the day. That means by starting your day with routine, you actually save brain power for the things that really matter. Ever wonder why Steve Jobs always wore the same outfit? Or why athletes follow rituals before games? It's not just habit, it's brain optimization. They're preserving their mental energy for high-stakes decisions. Your morning routine does the same thing. Now let's talk emotions. Your brain has a little almond-shaped structure called the amygdala, which is the emotional alarm system. If you wake up and immediately bombard it with stress, like news headlines, angry emails, or rushing around, You trigger anxiety circuits that stick with you all day. But when your morning routine includes calm practices like deep breathing, mindfulness, or even just sipping coffee in silence, you teach your amygdala to chill. That gives your prefrontal cortex more control over your emotions. A 2016 study from the University of California showed that just 10 minutes of morning mindfulness reduced amygdala activity and increased connections to the prefrontal cortex. Translation: you're calmer, more resilient, and less reactive. So yes, those 10 quiet minutes in the morning could be the difference between a stressful meltdown and a productive, focused day. Here's the final point. Mornings are the best time to prime your memory and learning systems. When you wake up, your brain is fresh from sleep. Your hippocampus has been consolidating information overnight. This is the perfect time to feed it with intentional input. That's why reading, learning, or listening to something inspiring in the morning sticks better than cramming it in late at night. A study published in the journal Psychological Science showed that students who studied in the morning had significantly better recall compared to those who studied late in the day. So, if you want to learn a new language, memorize a presentation, or just fill your mind with positivity, the morning is your golden window. So let's bring it all together. Your morning routine isn't just about productivity, hacks. It's literally about rewiring your brain. It sets your chemistry. It activates your prefrontal cortex through movement. It strengthens neuroplasticity and positive habits. It regulates your emotions by calming the amygdala. And it primes your memory and learning systems. Every single morning is a chance to shape the brain you want. And here's the best part. You don't need a 2-hour routine filled with ice baths and green smoothies. Just a few intentional steps like moving your body, practicing gratitude, and staying off your phone can completely transform your brain and your life. So tomorrow morning, ask yourself, am I wiring my brain for chaos, or am I wiring it for greatness? The choice is yours. And hey, if this video inspired you, do me a favor, like this video, drop a comment with your favorite morning habit, and don't forget to subscribe for more science-backed strategies to level up your life. Because your brain is your greatest asset, and the way you start your morning determines how powerful it becomes.